Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making enchiladas with coconut oil. This is the way I make them. So we're going to start. I personally do them with this chicken. Okay, once again, no affiliation. If you guys want to go ahead and cook it from scratch, you're more than welcome. Okay, so the way I do it, I take the skin off. I never put the skin on my enchiladas or anything. I don't even eat it. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit hard because the chicken is super cold. This has been overnight on the refrigerator. Okay, so I get these pieces like this, and I use 2 forks to separate it. Okay, so I'm gonna do my onions while I cut my tomato. So once again, I'm gonna show you how to fry just about anything. Actually, anything that you use to fry with the canola oil, with the masola oil, with the crystal oil, whatever all vegetable and corn oils. You could also do it with the coconut oil. Anything that you would fry, and I will show you now. Okay, once again, it's still solid. Okay, we haven't entered into the high digits yet, so it's still gonna be solid. And on this one, unlike the other oils, this one, it doesn't matter how much coconut oil you put into your food, because it's not a bad oil, it's a good oil. So I like to be very, I like to use a lot. Okay, this aside, I'm gonna shred some onion. This is what I put. Okay, so we're gonna shred some onion in my oil. Let's lower it. Okay, that's enough oil in there. Okay, and it's to your desire how much, I like onions. My husband don't like onions. My kids don't like onions. Only one of our kids like onions. The rest don't like onions. But once you can see it, it's very fine. They don't even taste it. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit more. onion, once it's frying, it smells good. Okay, right here, our Himalayan salt. Once again, no affiliation whatsoever, but this is the Himalayan salt that we use. Black pepper, again, no affiliation, Costco brand. This is what we use. This is what works for us. More economic because we use a lot. This is mainly everything that we cook, salt and pepper, salt and pepper. You guys will see right now. Okay, while that is frying, we're gonna cut our tomatoes. That's how I cut them, like that. Kind of small pieces, not too big, just because my husband don't like tomato either. So he really doesn't want to see them in there, which he doesn't see it once it's rolled inside the tortilla, but he says he still can feel it in his mouth, so we cut it really fine. And we use about 2 tomatoes. Well, I use about 2 tomatoes. If you happen to like tomatoes, then you know we use more. The other one. Kind of making a little bit of a mess, but kind of in a rush because our onion, it's getting fried over there on the stove. We don't want it to burn. Okay, this is our tomato. So I'm just gonna pour it in the pan. It's a bit lower, we can higher it, and we're gonna mix it all. The onion and the tomato. Up a little bit more, and usually I put a tomato sauce in there to make it more juicier. However, I don't have any this time, so I'm gonna have to do without it. Sorry. I usually put 1 can of tomato sauce, so it can make it a little bit more juicy, but I totally forgot yesterday that we went to the market that we did not have tomato sauce. Okay, it's about done because we already have fried the onion, and we're gonna put chicken in there, and that's why I could give it a little bit also more flavor with the tomato, the onion, and the pepper, the salt. It's gonna give it more flavor. It's gonna be more yummy. And with this same recipe, I do the enchiladas, and I also do taquitos, little rolled up fried taquitos. A little bit dry. No tomato sauce. Let me double check. I found one. Okay, usually I use the small one, so I'm only gonna put like half of it. Okay. Let's see. Yep, that helps it a lot. It's getting moisture. It's not too dry. Oh, we got saved. I know we don't really tend to have too much canned food around, so we try to stay away from the canned food. It's full of preservatives, but once in a while, we don't eat enchiladas every day. If at the most, maybe once a month, once every 2 months at the most. Okay, see how it's super moist. It's not super dry like it was. That way the enchiladas don't come out all dried up. Okay, we're almost ready to start doing the enchiladas. Now we're gonna shred. I personally like my enchiladas with cheese. My husband doesn't. So I always have to have cheese besides the queso fresco on top. Inside I like it cheese. So they say this cheese is awesome. Manchego. Again, no affiliation, but it's sheep milk. Okay, and this is one of the best cheese that we as humans can consume. Okay, because the lactose and the cow milk, it's hard for our body to process. This is why I hardly give milk to my kids. Okay, so we're gonna shred it. Get a piece, a huge piece, and it comes with this thing. I don't know why. Sorry, I did the wrong side. Oops. Just gonna take it off so I can shred it in every direction I want. Get on my way. Okay. And this one also melts. It melts like the mozzarella. It's a little bit more salty than the mozzarella. But it's good. It tastes good. See? And it shreds just like the mozzarella as well. So everybody gets the enchiladas with cheese, except my husband. He doesn't like it. I don't know if this time, since he might want to try the cheese, he might want it with this cheese, but we'll see. Let's see what they're done. We're almost there. Oh, I hate when I get to the end, because this is where you shred your fingers as well. Okay, we're gonna leave those. I do not want to shred my fingers. Okay, here we have our cheese. Okay. And sorry, I'm practical. I don't make my own sauce. I purchase it. Okay, this is the brand I use. Sorry, my can opener. This is the one I use, and I only find it mild. Okay, it's the mild, and I use the mild because I don't eat hot stuff. My kids don't eat hot stuff. You know, I don't like chile, so I just pour it here. You can see all the sauce right there. And on top of this, for me, it's still spicy. So we're gonna use the rest of the tomato sauce that we use. So besides that, so it won't be so hot, because it's still, even though it says mild, it's still hot for me. I always pour another tomato sauce so it doesn't make it too hot, too spicy. Like I say, my kids don't eat spice. I don't eat spice. My husband does, but we don't. I don't like spices. I never have. I like chile. Okay, and we're gonna stir it. Okay, so that way it's not gonna be too spicy. I don't like it spicy. Okay, so we have our sauce, we have our cheese, we have our chicken. Okay, so I'm gonna do some with just chicken, and I'm gonna do other ones with chicken and cheese. Okay, now let me get my pot. Okay, I'm gonna higher it so I could get it warm. Okay, and this is the part that you guys, most of you have been waiting for. Okay, to cook the enchiladas with the coconut oil. And once again, this is flavorless, and odorless. Okay, it has no coconut flavor, no coconut smell. My other one does, which I mentioned in the previous video, that the other one is where we use it for baking, to apply it in our body, for our toothpaste, for my masks, and all the other stuff. But this one, it's the one we fried with, because we don't want the taste or the smell of the coconut. So I'm gonna put some oil, and you guys are gonna see how it starts dissolving as it gets warm. We're still waiting for our oil to dissolve. This is my favorite spatula. I use this one from, I have a lot more in there, but I don't know why I love that one. That's my favorite one. Okay, so we're gonna start. It's already, I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's already popping, which is good. Okay, so I do it this way. Okay, I know we're gonna see a lot of things jump. This is how I do it. Okay, and I put it in there, and I do 3 at a time. It's a mess, super messy. So I always have a piece of napkin to be cleaning my hands with. Okay, and we're gonna leave it there so it can warm up, so the tortilla can warm up and fry it a little bit so we can roll it up. I'm gonna do 3 first just with chicken, and then I'm gonna do another 3 with chicken and cheese so you guys can see how they come out. And once again, look at the oil, just like a regular oil. And what's best about this oil is that the tortilla doesn't absorb it all, so we don't have to be constantly pouring oil and oil and oil. The oil, you know, it lasts in the pan, and that's one of the things I like. Okay, I think it's starting to, yep. So like this is how I do it. My mom was wonderful. She almost literally did everything from scratch. I'm sorry. I'm not there yet. Don't want to. I mean, she loved everything. The sauce from scratch, everything from scratch. Except the cheese, of course. But just about anything, it was done from scratch. And this is how I rolled up from here. I grabbed the fork and I push it down so it doesn't move. And I hold it so I can roll it with the spatula. And there we go. And this is how I learned to do it. Roll them. And once again, right here, it doesn't matter how much oil you put, because this is not a bad oil. This is the good oil that your body needs. So it doesn't really matter if they're, which they don't come out super oily. They don't, if they're oily or not. But they're not going to come out oily. So once those are cooking, I grab another 2 tortillas and I put them here so they could start warming up. That way we go faster. And these ones are gonna be cheese and the chicken. Okay, so I think these ones are about to be ready. So I already have my container ready where I'm gonna be placing them. Okay. They're about ready. And a little secret. I always leave my enchiladas to the last because the pan is super hot and I love my enchiladas super crispy, so I always leave them extra in there and they come out super crispy. And this is how the enchiladas are gonna come out. And as you can see, they're not super greasy, but once again, it really doesn't matter with this oil because this oil is the best oil that you can consume, that your body can consume, because it's the good oils, the omega-3s that your body needs to have. Okay, ready? Go on. Okay, and we're gonna put one more, so while we're rolling those up, this one gets warm, okay? And it's just so you could, you know, keep your kitchen going and you finish faster. But sometimes I don't want to be spending 3 hours in the kitchen. I don't think nobody does. So I put the cheese first. Okay. I love cheese. I've always wanted to stop eating cheese. I was able to stop drinking milk, and we're gonna cut the cabbage. And we use cabbage. My husband loves cabbage more than he does the lettuce. Do one piece for right now. Okay, I'll keep that. I'm gonna wash it. We're gonna, this one's we're gonna turn them. I know I've seen some people put them in the oven. I'm sorry, I don't put them in the oven. I just eat them straight from there. That's what I'm gonna see right now. Some cabbage. Okay. I like to cut my cabbage super thin. I don't know why. Well, I guess because this is how my mom used to love it. So, and it looks fancier. I think it looks fancier once it's super thin. So I always cut my cabbage super thin. And I turn it as I go, like this. Put two of the chicken, and I'm gonna put one of the chicken and cheese. Okay, see, straight from our pot. I do not put them in the oven. Okay, so I'm gonna put the cabbage. He loves cabbage. And I'm gonna get the sour cream and the cheese. Sour cream. Okay, once again, no affiliation whatsoever. Regular Newton sour cream. This is the one we like. The one I've introduced to all my family, so this is the one we eat. Okay. Regular sour cream. Okay. Once again, Cacique Ranchero queso fresco, no affiliation, but this is the one we use, but I already have one open. So, we're gonna finish the one we have open. I'm gonna put some cheese on top of it. Okay, and there you have it, your enchiladas with coconut oil. They come out the same as regular oil, but they're a little bit healthier than if you were to use all the other, I don't want to say bad oils, but technically they are bad oils. Okay, so thank you for watching, and please subscribe, like, and see you next video. Bye.